Hello, everyone. We are live. All right, let me reduce the volume of this. Awesome. Let me do a little sound check. How are we doing there? Oh, there is actually a huge delay with Twitch and what's going on here. Okay, I think everything seems to be in order. So let's just hope that it is. Okay. Welcome everyone. I'm sorry for the little delay. Today today has been very hectic. The whole weekend really has been very hectic for me. Lots of stuff happening. Lots of like quick, crazy stuff unfolding. Today I arrived a little late on stream, or very close. I didn't have time to set myself up properly, so I kind of had to take that extra 5 minutes from the cooldown, as you saw at the beginning of the stream for those who were there. But yeah, today my fiance and I went to visit wedding venues with her family, so with her parents. And so yeah, so we did that. We went to see an amazing wedding venue about 2 weeks ago, which was really beautiful, but very expensive and whatever. I'm not gonna go too much into details. But then my fiance found this really beautiful wedding venue that we really liked, and we saw the pictures. We loved the pictures. We weren't too sure, what how that's gonna unfold, and so we called to have some information this week. They sent us like a quote based on what we told them. We had a conversation with the person in charge, and then we were supposed to go visit the place next week. But then my fiance was kind of like, I don't want to have to like wait an entire week to kind of like have all these things in my head. So let's just call him now. Let's just call him now and see if we can go like tomorrow, which is today. And and then they were kind of like, yeah, sure, come like 1, like be there at 1. Like, oh shit, okay. So everything just kind of like unfolded that way, and we ended up visiting the place. It is really beautiful. It's really incredible. We end up liking it better than the first place that we went to, which we thought would be like amazing. So yeah, we thought nothing would beat the first place that we've ever been to, and although it is very pretty and very amazing and like whatever, we just end up liking this place better, which we did not think would happen initially, but anyway, like it did. And they had like a really cool deal and whatever. Anyway, so we ended up booking it today. So it's official. We have our wedding venue, which is like so mind-blowing to me. Like it's so exciting, it's so mind-blowing. I'm so pumped. It's just, yeah. But it just happened so fast, and not only did it happen super fast, like all of this thing right now with the wedding venue and going to see it today, which was not planned, and like none of that stuff, and actually making the decision and booking the place, and like everything unfolded so quickly today, and all of that is happening at the same time that we literally like shopped for an apartment, found an apartment, went to visit it, applied for it, got it, and did everything in basically like 3 days. So it's like a lot of stuff has been moving very quickly in the last week. We literally found a new place to live, are gonna like move there, did the application, got the apartment, did everything, and now on top of that, we just went to visit like the wedding venue and booked it on the same day. And I don't know, it just feels like my head is kind of like all over the place. And tonight it was kind of just like arrived home, and the moment I arrived home, I just had to kind of just start stream right away. And it's a little like, I like to be very prepared for these things. I like to be very on top of my shit and very whatever. But I'm here, man. I'm here, and like I wanted to be there for you guys. I wanted to be able to share these stories with you. I think it's a really beautiful moment. Like I started streaming at that moment of my life where I'm kind of like in the process of wrapping up my PhD, maybe in the next like few years. So like in 2 years I should be ending that, and like TBC is launching, and at the same time I was like, it's like my life has been really much moving forward with my fiance, with like moving forward with the wedding, and then moving to that new place that is going to be ours, and like all that stuff, because here I'm living alone. But like we're gonna move to that new place, and eventually like she's finishing up her master's, and she's starting like her own career as a psychotherapist. And like when all of that is gonna happen, like she's gonna move into that new place with me, and like so it's basically about like this new place that we found is going to be like our first home, like our first real official home where we live together. It's our place, and we all the decoration is ours and all that stuff. So it's just, I don't know, it's just, there's so many beautiful moments that are happening right now, and the way it's growing, the way it's happening, and yeah, it's been hard, like for her and for me to kind of like taking all in and be in the present and appreciate these moments of what they are, because there's just been so many things, so many decisions that needs to happen. So yeah, so that's why my head has been a little bit like all over the place, but it's also a moment like I'm kind of happy that all these moments are happening at the same time that I kind of decided to start streaming, because now it's like I get to be able to share these moments with you guys, and eventually, you know, when the stream is going to grow and there's going to be more people around, you know, when all these stuff is going to happen, then I'll definitely be able to, you know, go back to these moments, go back to the streams, go back to whatever, and like, you know, like remember these moments where I was on stream here in this apartment talking about like, hey, we finally, you know, found a wedding venue and stuff like that, and then looking at back like in a year from now, in a year of streaming, wherever this community is going to be, and looking back and be like, oh my god, remember a year from now I was actually looking for venues and like we got married yesterday, you know, or something like that. I don't know, it just feels like it's a cool moment in time to have like Twitch, you know, and YouTube start in moments that they can be like immortalized. But it also has made it harder for me to be able to pump up the content that I wanted to. So for example, on the YouTube, I've been talking about for a long time to be able to make the tea video, like introduction to tea, that like the script is ready, everything is ready, I just need to shoot it, and then I need to like edit and put it into a video. You know, and I still haven't done it. I've been probably promising you guys that video for a month now, and it's still not out, and I'm not proud of myself for not being able to do that. But there's just been a lot going on, a lot of really positive things going on that have occupied a lot of my mind, a lot of my time. So I am looking forward for when these things are gonna calm down a little bit. You know, like the when we're gonna be moving in. Oh, and by the way, that's the other thing I want to bring up. Sorry, I feel so dehydrated, man. Wasn't able to drink a lot of water today, but and drinking like homemade sparkling water with like the Soda Stream, like, you know, sparkling water with some little like syrup in it to make it a little tasty is not necessarily the best way to hydrate either, but I'm probably gonna make myself some tea after. Oh god, I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, and by the way, just so you know, we are in queue. As I mentioned, I was not able to properly prepare for the stream, so I'm extending the just chatting moment and like was segment because you know, it's we're waiting to get in. We're still in queue, and I wasn't able to kind of log in earlier and all of that stuff. So you know, it's I just wanted to let you guys know that we're in queue. That's why we're taking like a little bit more time. So I'm gonna go back to the just chatting screen while we wait for the queue to be for us to be ready. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yes, so last weekend, was it last weekend? No, this week on Tuesday we went to visit our new apartment. On Thursday we were told that the apartment was ours. On Friday I called all the places that I knew to change, you know, like the internet stuff. So the internet's going to be transferred from here to the other place. My hydro bill, my electricity bill is going to be transferred from here to the new address. I also needed to like rent a truck and like all that stuff. So everything needed to happen. Like I made everything happen basically on Friday. I take care of everything on Friday so that everything would be in order for us for when we move. So that happened on Friday. And what was I gonna say? Shit, my brain is fucking dead, man. My brain is absolutely fried. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. And I got myself some moving box, you know, like for the moving and like whatever, because we're actually moving in 2 days. Yup, you heard me right. We are moving in 2 days, which means all of this needs to be packed tomorrow. So tomorrow, I'm packing all of my apartment, all of the cups, all of the books, all of the whatever. Everything is going to be packed tomorrow. We have 1 day to pack everything into our boxes for tomorrow. And whenever that's going to be done, we're going to go back to bed. We're going to go to bed, whatever. And then on Tuesday morning, I leave to go pick up the truck because we're loading the truck and moving everything in 1 day to the other place. And I got to put the truck back by 5 o'clock. So all of that means that look at that. Okay. Tuesday, we visit the apartment. So on Friday of the night before, we decide that we want to find a new place. On Friday, literally at 4 in the morning, we're awake looking at new places for us to move. We sent an email to the guy to an apartment, and the guy gets back to us on Sunday, and he's like, hey, really awesome, like whatever, how about like this is the price, this is whatever, you can do the virtual tour, whatever. If you want to do an in-person tour, we can schedule something. So we scheduled on Thursday. So from Friday to Tuesday, we were visiting the place. Wednesday, the application was done. Thursday, the application was approved. Friday, I booked everything, including like the truck, the electricity, like whatever, for like all of that to happen, right? Then Saturday, which is yesterday was about like prepping everything was okay. You know, we'd be taking a little bit of time off, like spending time with my fiance, taking care of ourselves and like whatever. Then today we go to see wedding venues, a new wedding venue that my fiance found, and we end up booking that wedding venue exactly on the same day. Then the next day, which is tomorrow, I get to pack all of my apartment in 1 day, and then on Tuesday, which is the next day, we move all of this to a new apartment. And then on Wednesday, we're just gonna unpack everything. So you can see how absolutely hectic of a week it's been for me. And it also means that like the next few days are also going to be pretty hectic for me. And there's a lot of chance that I won't be able to make it on stream. Probably tomorrow. I don't think I'll be able to make it on stream tomorrow because I want everything to be packed, and everything to be packed includes all of this. It includes my computer system, it includes this mic, it includes the computer, the monitor, the light, whatever. So everything is going to be packed tomorrow. So I won't be streaming tomorrow night. I won't have the energy probably, and I also won't have the tools to be able to do it. And I also am not sure that I'll be able to stream on Tuesday after the moving, because I don't know. Like, I'll have move boxes all day. I'm probably gonna be super tired. Like the setup is not gonna be done. There's gonna be boxes everywhere. My desk is probably not gonna be ready. My computer is probably still gonna be in boxes. So I feel like there's gonna be a lot of stress happening tomorrow and the day after. So there is a lot of chance that like I will not be streaming tomorrow night, and I will not be streaming on Tuesday. God, on Tuesday either. So I'm sorry for those who plan to be there on these days. It's just not gonna happen. I'm already so exhausted right now. I'm kind of like just rambling on stream. But I'm sure you guys can see in my face and in my body language and expression that I'm just kind of like not 100% there. And also, we're in queue. We're in queue, so might as well just continue to chit chat. But dude, I can't believe like it's still like it's happening. Like we got our wedding venue today. It's so freaking exciting. Like I'm so happy. I'm gonna show it to you guys. Let me set it up. Let me set up and then I'll all right. All right, look at that, chat. you know, wedding stuff and like whatever. So, you know, we're just gonna go into it. We're finally out of the queue. We finally can go in there and talk about it. It happened today. I'm super excited, and I just wanted to share that with y'all. So, and we had time to waste waiting to be in queue, to be honest. So like, might as well talk about something like that, you know? All right. First things first. First things first. Did we make money? Oh. What is this? What is this nonsense? Okay, it's, I guess not too bad. I'm surprised that this didn't sell. Okay. Hey, we sold most of our stuff. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that. Pretty happy about that. So yeah, chat, you know, I just said it. I know I'm gonna keep emphasizing. There's a part of me that feels bad, but I am very tired today. So today we are going to take it easy. I'm just going to go do some fishing around Karazhan. Start accumulating more and more stuff. Look at that dude, full T3 and ATH. This guy is just like, oh, and he's going full holy too. Oh, interesting. Yeah. But you know, guys, one thing that's really cool, I'm actually really excited and pumped about this, actually, is that like, because we just got our moving date and we're gonna be moving on the 25th, which is in 2 days, it means that whenever the launch will be happening of TBC, I will actually already be set in my new apartment. So I won't be moving during the launch. I will be moving before the launch, and I'll be ready, set up and ready to go for when the launch happens. And that is actually a huge relief, because I was really wondering what would happen there. Oh, I need to update my add-ons. But yeah, last time when I was kind of just like wasting time. I don't remember what I was doing, but I was kind of just chilling and like whatever. So I went back to around Karazhan. I just did a little bit of fishing. As you can see, I got like some lightning eel, the crescent tails coalfish, the bloodfin catfish, and the barb gill trout. And I don't. We're just gonna get whatever we're gonna get, you know. Like, I'm not particularly, like, for me it's just like the more fish I get before the start of TBC, just the better it is, you know. It's really as simple as this. So like, over the next few days, as I've mentioned, I won't have a lot of time to play. I'll have a lot of stuff on my mind. I'll have a lot of stuff to take care of. But whenever we're gonna play, I'm just gonna take it easy. I'm gonna take it chill. I'm gonna pop into the stream, do some fishing, and just take time to connect with you guys, you know, to just talk and be able to get to know you better, share a little bit about my life as well, so you get to know me better. And so it's gonna be very easy, relaxed stuff. It's not gonna be anything crazy. It's basically gonna be like almost like I should not be putting World of Warcraft. I should just be putting just chatting, you know. Oy. But enough about me. What's going on with any of you? How was your weekend? What did you do? I can't talk. I absolutely can't talk. My brain feels like fucking pudding right now. And not the good kind of pudding. You know, you could have freaking chocolate pudding or something that just gets you going. You're like, oh my god, it's like so good. No, like fucking shit trash pudding, you know? Here we go. Ay. All right, so first things first, we put our bright bubble on our thing, on our fishing rod, and then we go. Oh man, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm just so tired. I keep yawning in y'all's faces like... And one thing that really sucks too is I was getting hopeful about like the... I was getting hopeful about the transfer to another server. And like to transfer on Netherwayne to be able to play with my friends, because there's like 4 of my friends that are on this server that are basically waiting for me to go there. But when I started playing and I was on Stalag, and there was literally, the server is absolutely dead. There was literally 0 item of the auction house when I was there. So, oh god, sorry. So anyway, I transferred at that point. I just transferred to Faralina. I transferred to Faralina to be able to just be able to play, you know, to find a group, to have auction house and like whatever. And so I transferred to Faralina just to be able to have the chance to play. And I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what my friends were doing. We kind of lost touch at this point, or like whatever. And when I knew TBC was coming and then all my friends were coming back, I was kind of like, oh shit, like, you need, like, we all should go on that server. We should all find ourselves at the same place so we can play together. And everybody's kind of like going on Netherwind, and I'm stuck here on Faralina, but there's a 3 months cooldown. There's a 3 months cooldown on the character transfer for Classic. So it means basically my like I can't transfer to their server because I transferred on Faralina on March 25th, which means my transfer is only gonna be available again on June 25th. So basically, for the first 4 weeks, for the first 3 weeks of like 3 weeks and a half of launch of Classic, of TBC Classic, I won't be able to play with my friends because I'm still gonna be like, there's still gonna be 25 days left on my cooldown for my character transfer. So it's kind of really shitty because I'm just gonna be like here on my server, like, you know, like all alone doing my thing and like whatever, and I'll have to just do my thing all alone without them, like whatever, for 25 days, just basically an entire month, and it just really sucks. So I wish things were differently. I wish I'd be able to be on their server, and I was starting to get hopeful because like last time I went online, I went into the shop, I went into the character transfer, I did like all this stuff, like whatever, and I went all the way to the end of the process, like, you know, selected the server, selected the realm, like put all that stuff. I did like everything, and then when I clicked like go, when I click like submit, then there was a loading screen, and then it was like, oh no, there's a cooldown, that character can't do it. So like the process, I would not have been able to transfer anyway because my character had item on the auction house. So I needed the auction house item to be done before trying the character transfer. So that's what I did. And when I did it, just like, so I tried the process of character server while I had item of the auction house, just to see if I would have a message, if I would have anything that would like indicate that I wouldn't be able to do it because I have like because I had item on the auction house. or no, sorry, because I had the character transfer. So it's kind of like, hey, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do the process, whatever. And at some point, there's probably gonna be something that says like, oh, like you can't do it because your character is on cooldown or something. So that's what I thought. But I went really far, like into the process, and I was kind of like, okay, I went really far into the process, but I can't transfer now anyway, so I'm gonna like put it on hold and like do it back in a few days when my auctions are gonna be over. But the fact that I went so far in that process really made me be hopeful that I might be able to transfer on their server and play with my friends whenever launch is gonna happen. But then the items like stop, and I collected them from my mail and like whatever, and then I ended up going back there, doing the whole process, doing the whole thing again. And when I thought everything would be all right and it would work, then the message hit me and it says like, oh no, sorry, but you have a cooldown. So I got super excited for about 2 days, thinking that I might be able to play with my friends, because the cooldown might not be there, but it is still there. So it's kind of sad. Also, I don't know about the like, what is it? Beauty? Oh, sorry, chat. Oh, God damn it. Probably the most fucking boring streamer right now, I can tell you. Holy shit. I can't keep a sentence together. I lose my track in the middle of my sentence. I yawn in between every 3 sentences. I'm just like, holy fuck, I'm boring myself out. Holy fuck. At least we're not doing anything that requires a lot of like crazy, like, yo man, could you imagine if I'd be doing TBC Arena right now? Holy shit, I'd get fucking demolished. Doo-doo. By the way, for those who don't know, for those who weren't there last time on the stream, I'm just gonna explain a little bit what's going on. Is that since the pre-patch of TBC, basically the way I explain it to people who aren't sure what's going on is like, basically right now, Classic WoW is TBC. So right now we are in TBC. Like, the level, the talent trees, the gear, the itemization, the UI, the spells, like everything right now is TBC. We just can't cross the dark portal yet. That's the only difference. So we just can't cross the dark portal. And all the rest of the game is basically TBC. So when TBC happens and when TBC launches, there's some zones in Azeroth that upgrade to like TBC status, and one of these zones is Karazhan, or the Dead Wind Pass. So in Dead Wind Pass, so Karazhan is there at the bottom. So all of this, all of the river and everything that's there, right? All of the river and everything that's there basically becomes TBC stuff. And so if you come here in the river, if you have like 300 fishing, and you have some stuff like shiny baubles, bright baubles, or night crawlers, or like whatever, if you increase your your level of fishing up to a certain level, you get to be able to fish in these waters and collect TBC fish. Because again, the entire Deadwind Pass has become TBC zone. It has become TBC zone when the pre-patch launched, which means that all of this right now is basically TBC material. If you come here and you have the right amount of skills, which requires to put stuff like a bright bobble or like whatever, if you put these things on your fishing rod, which increases your fishing rod skill level by a lot, then you're able to fish here and actually fish TBC fish. So right now I also farm the big iron fishing pole, which gives me plus 20 fishing. So the plus 20 adding up to the 75 of this basically brings all my fishing skills to to like 400 or almost like 395. So we're able to fish all of these, but I don't think you don't need like as much. I think you can get probably something like 350 or even maybe 325 skills, and you might be able to fish in these in this lake using that. But one thing that's really cool is that the fish that we do get, which are these fishes. No, the fish that we do get, the lightning, especially specifically the lightning eel and the crescent tails goldfish, are actually both give food buffs. So the barb gill trout doesn't give any food buff. This is just for leveling fishing and cooking. And the bloodfed catfish is the same thing. It doesn't get it only to level fishing and cooking. But these two, the lightning eel, actually give a really awesome food buff. It's going to be very a lot of people will want it, and I think especially tank, but not just tank. I think like gold farmers, the people that do gold farmers, that involves like farming, like pulling a lot of mobs and like AoEing down, like AoE farming and stuff like that. Like a prot pally, for example, will definitely like these lightning eels, because with them you can do a thing that is called storm chops. And what storm chops do is whenever you eat the storm chop for 30 minutes, you get a buff that basically acts as a lightning shield in a way. So it's like you have a shield around you. The description is like your body is filled with electric energy, and whenever someone is around you, they have a chance to be zapped for like electric nature damage. So just you walking around people is going to do damage to them by the fact that like you ate the food that comes in there. So could you imagine like a tank that wants to generate like a lot of like AoE threat, like a prot pally doing massive pulls and like whatever, but at the same time you want to do damage so the thing goes down quicker? Man, you just prop the storm chops, man, and you're gonna have a buff that lasts 30 minutes that makes you do AoE damage, and it's gonna probably help with your aggro as well. So this is a really amazing food buff, and I think it is going to be going for quite a bit. So I think lightning eel is definitely gonna be a really big money maker. And the other one is this one, the crescent tails goldfish, because this is it's a more straightforward food buff, but I think it's still going to be a pretty important one. Is it increases spirit by 20 and spirit by 20 and spell critical hit rating by 20 for 30 minutes. So basically, if you're a caster and you want to have like high spirit and crit, this is the fish that you wanna farm. You want to eat the recipe that includes that fish. So yeah, so it feels like these two, the lightning eel and the crescent tails goldfish, have pretty decent potential, especially early. They have pretty decent potential to be good money makers. You just need to be able to have the skill and the level to be able to cook them, which eventually, you know, like is gonna happen, just not now. Yeah, and also the way you get these recipes, the two recipes that you get is you get them from a vendor in the lower city, that I don't remember what his name is or like whatever, but you basically have a daily fishing or daily cooking. Yeah, a daily cooking quest. So you go out there, you do the daily cooking quest, and from the daily cooking quest, you have a chance to receive the recipe for like one of these two. So maybe one day you do the recipe, we do the quest, and it's gonna give you this fish. Another day you're gonna do the quest, it's gonna give for this fish. But I'm pretty sure it's kind of like either like it's randomized or something like that, or I'm not entirely sure like the way it works. So it might take a bit before I'm actually able to have, like, it's not like you can go to a vendor, buy these recipes, and there you go, you have it. You know, like, it's not the way it works. So yeah, so I don't know how long it's gonna take me for these to become money makers, based on the fact that I don't know how long it's gonna take into the rotation of daily quests until I get the recipes for these stuff as the reward for the daily quest. But yeah, so that's the way you get it. And by the way, you know, if there's new people in here, you know, I'd really like to I'd really like, for anyone that is in the chat, I would really like to hear your opinion as to what you think of the Fugeki logo. It's a brand new thing. It's been I've worked on it. I'm not the word that worked on it. Let me rephrase that. I hired a freelance logo service from an amazing guy, and his name on it was on Fiverr. His name on Fiverr was like Graveyard X or something, Graveyard X. And I've been working with him. It took about a month to be able to nail down the logo. Maybe not a month, like maybe I'm exaggerating, but I put in the order and he had 2 weeks, 1 week to produce it. He produced it in 1 week, but then we had revisions. I had about like 4.5 revisions done on the logo, and between each revision, it's basically like I told him a revision, he would send it back to me after like 3 days. Then I would do like another set of revisions. I would take another maybe 3 to 4 days to get it back, and then so overall the whole process maybe took something like I don't know, like 3 weeks or something like that, until we finally nailed it down. And then when we nailed down the logo, that he needed to do all of the rest. So for those who are on YouTube, you can see my YouTube banner. It's also my banner on Twitch, and it's also my offline screen when I'm on Twitch. It's also like I have this favicon that you see my profile picture on Twitch and on YouTube is like a different version of the logo. It's just the interior without the Fugeki and the Sakura branch. So anyway, it's the Fugeki logo, as you can see on the top left corner of your screen, is a brand new thing, and it took about like 3 weeks to be able to do that. And now that it's here, I'm like super excited. I've been super excited to put it out there. It's in everywhere. It's in my videos. It's on my it's on my channel everywhere. It's on my stream. It's just like I've been super invested in making like a really awesome logo for the Fugeki brand, so that everybody can like recognize this when they hop on the channel. They can, when I put material out there, like either videos or whatever, people are gonna recognize the logo. They're gonna recognize the color scheme, which is basically like purple, blue, and pink. And yeah, so I if you have any comments, whatever. I know it's not a typical streamer logo. It's not a typical gamer logo, which tends to be looking more like hockey jerseys kind of thing. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. I would really be interested in having your opinion on that, because it is a logo that is there as a kind of like I see the logo and the branding and stuff as a kind of like rallying cry for the community. Something we can all get behind. It's like it's gonna be part of like the identity, the color schemes. Like eventually, you know, I'm gonna be putting a you know, like what's it called? Like eventually I'd like to be able to maybe put some merch out there, you know, like when the stream is going to grow, it's going to be more people and like a larger community, you know, to have a, I don't know, like having like a mug, having like a shirt, having a hat, having whatever. It's just like, you know, like a thing that is kind of like a rallying cry, you know, like whenever we're going to see someone or see a new video or doing something, like there's always going to be the logo there. We all know, we're all going to know what it means. We're all going to be associated with the colors and like all that stuff. And yeah, so I'm really proud of it. I think he did an amazing job, and it really represents what I wanted it to represent. When I sent him the idea that I wanted, I was kind of like, hey, like these are the 3 things I'd like in there. This is the idea that I have, blah blah blah. And he ended up delivering like more than what I've expected. Like I really like what he's done, and yeah, I'm proud of showing his work, and I'm proud of having this logo as the, you know, like the rallying cry for the stream. So like the one of the unifying things, you know, we all unify under the Fugeki banner, and it needs to have a logo, it needs to have a banner and stuff, and I have all these now, so I'm pretty happy, you know. I like to share that with y'all. Oh, and one really cool thing. Sorry, I'm jumping from. There's an expression. There's an expression in French. French is my first language. For those who don't know, I was born in Quebec. So like. Sorry, I forgot what I want to say. Oh yeah. It's about the wedding. I know that. Oh my god, Chad, this is pathetic. I can't withstand a conversation on my own. Like, holy fuck. I'm so dead. Okay, at least what we're doing doesn't require a lot of energy, but is anybody out there that's just chilling, you know? Chilling in the stream, just taking it easy, relaxing, like whatever. Please feel free at any point to just say hi, tell me how your day's going, how are you feeling. You know, it's like a big part of these streams. It's like eventually I will have a bigger presence on YouTube with a bunch of videos, a lot of like the video that I'm gonna do, a lot of it is gonna be like educational content that's gonna be based on my own research. I'm doing my PhD right now. For those who don't know, I'm doing a PhD in political science, but I study basically the history of East Asian philosophy, and I compare it with the history of Western philosophy. And my specialty is classical Japan. So like as I'm gonna move forward in my dissertation, in my own work, and like whatever, I want to put the knowledge that I have, because a lot of the knowledge I'm gonna have is presented at like academic conferences. It's presented at you know, like in publications, and my stuff is gonna get published out there in academic journals. But like these are really highly inaccessible ways of disseminating knowledge, because it's basically, you know, like the expression like talking to the ivory tower kind of thing. So I want to be able, like, I know that there's other people out there that share my passion for classical Japan. I know there's people out there that share my passion for like the ancient world. I know that there's people that share my passion for dismantling structures of oppression and all of that stuff. So it's kind of like a lot of what I'm trying to do with the stream is I love to play WoW. WoW is like my favorite video game ever. WoW has been a big part of my life, for better or worse. You know, and it's kind of like for me, playing WoW oftentimes it's something cool. It's something cool. It's something chill. It's something relaxed. It's something, you know, just something cool, something awesome, something chill, something very like, you know, like, so in my mind it's kind of like, for the future I see myself as an educator mainly, and part of the education that I'm going to do is going to be through YouTube content, because it just makes it more available and accessible for a larger group of people. So I will be presenting a lot of like the stuff online, and you know, it's like, if y'all just share this kind of passion or interesting to know more, or disagree with what I'm saying or whatever, and you just want to kind of have a conversation and talk about it, and talk philosophy, talk about life, talk about death, talk about whatever we want, you know, like, it's just talk about nothingness, you know, it's just, I love these topics. I live for having these conversations, really. So in my mind, like, the stream is more about this, you know, it's about like, you know, I would imagine that you've seen a video of mine online. You like what you saw, you engage with the topic, it challenged your perspective a little bit, it make you learn new things, and then you're kind of like, holy shit, I can actually talk live to this guy and have like a conversations live with him, you know. And then people come in here, and then they're going to start chatting, ask the questions, we're going to be having a conversation, and eventually more people are going to join, the conversations are going to get bigger, you folks are going to interact with one another in the chat and stuff. And you know, so for me, I just feel this as like, the stream is kind of like it's an opportunity for the community to come all together in a way that we can just exchange with one another in a live environment, while doing something that might not be of any interest to you, which is like me playing World of Warcraft, or it can be of a really highly interest to you. So you could be like coming from World of Warcraft and seeing my stream and watching my content on YouTube that is like World of Warcraft guides and World of Warcraft, you know, playthrough and stuff like that. So you might be coming from the World of Warcraft more like emphasis, and then you come into stream and you land in a really amazing conversations about like, you know, about like alternate possible futures and whatever. And then you're really into it, and you're like, oh my god, this is really cool. And then you just kind of feel included, you participate in the conversation at the same time that you be able to watch some gameplay of the game that you also like to play. And you know, so for me, it just feels like my stream, I just want my stream to be like, you know, imagine like I don't know, like a coffee shop. Imagine like a small coffee shop. You know, it's like you have the people that, like, the owners, the baristas, the, you know, the tea experts or whatever you may have, the chefs that you have, the cooks, like, you have all these people that create an amazing space, right? A space where you can sip your tea, that you can drink your coffee, a space that you can eat really amazing like pastries and stuff like that, right? So you have this really beautiful, amazing space that is made available by these people giving in their work and labor to create that space. And then you sit there and you do your own thing. You eat your pastry, you may chat with the owner, you may chat with the cook or with the barista, and then you might have someone that sits by, like, you know, like on the next table, and then you might pop a conversation with them and like whatever. So for me, that's how I see this stream. You know, I see this stream as like, I'm the one that through my interest and my labor and my content and like whatever, I provide a space where everyone can kind of like of the community can kind of converge towards. And when it converges towards that, then we can just like be there. We can just be there together with one another and chit chat and exchange and get to know one another and all that stuff. And we can have community events and stuff. So yeah, like for me, I just see myself as a person that provides a space. You know, I provide a space for people to get together and exchange so that we can create a community of people that share similar interests and can exchange on amazing topics and have just really awesome, deep conversations with one another. You know, it's really as simple as this. But, you know, it's like I can't do that alone. You know, I can't do that alone. A big part of creating this community and providing that space is that space in a way, like, you know, it needs to be used. You know, it needs to be used to be able to um yeah, it needs to be used by you folks to be there to talk, to tell me about yourself, tell me about your life, tell me about what is your interest, what, you know, and somebody else is going to be there talking back with you, talking with you, creating that conversation. It's like, this is what I'm looking for, you know. So please, if you are in the stream, and you're there, you might be shy, you don't have to say anything. You really don't have to say anything if you don't feel comfortable. It's not an obligation. You can just sit there and chill. But I would highly encourage you to just say hi. You know, just say hi. Tell me a little bit about yourself. I'm gonna ask questions because I'm a curious person and I love to hear people's stories. But you're not mandated to respond to anything that you're not comfortable with. You can ask me questions about anything, whether it's about me, it's about my life, whether it's about World of Warcraft, or it's about my studies, or it's about my upcoming wedding, or it's about my coming move to a different apartment, you know, whatever that might be. Like, feel free to tell me, ask me any questions about anything. It'll be my pleasure to be able to help, or even if it's not helping, just to chat about something. You know, I as you can see, like, I love to talk, I love to chat, I love to whatever, and it's it's part of the reason why my goal is to become a university professor. You know, it's because I like settings when you can just sit down and chat and have really, really, really intense, deep conversations about, like, a lot of things. You know, it's just like, it's like I live for that kind of stuff, you know. And so, yeah. I really, really, really wonder what it's gonna feel like whenever launch is gonna happen. I really wonder what it's gonna feel like when like, there's already queues right now just for the pre-patch, so I can't imagine how freaking insane it's gonna be for launch. I really, really wish I'd be able to transfer before. Like, I'm considering sending an email to some kind of, like, Blizzard support and whatever, and just ask if there's any way to, either just compassion or for money reasons or whatever, that they could kind of, like, get rid of my 90-day cooldown. Because I would really, really, really love, like, I just want to be able to play with my friends, man. You know, that's just what it is. And maybe they'll be nice enough to remove it, you know, so I can actually transfer there. So it's going well so far. You know, we've had, I wish that we had a little bit more eels. You know, I wish we had a little bit more of these lightning eel, but we got a, like, recently in the last few fishing rods, we got a bit of these crescent tail skullfish, and I'm pretty happy about that because I do think these are gonna sell. I do really believe that the buff they provide is very decent in my opinion. Oy, oy, oy. I can't believe tomorrow I'll be packing boxes all day. It's good though, because I haven't done that in a while. You know, my fiance is going to be around, so we're going to do it together. It's going to definitely make it way more fun and engaging and all of that stuff. But, you know, like, last time I pack, so the story goes, So, okay. Let's say 6 years ago, I started my master's. And my master's was in a different city. Like, I used to live around Montreal, and my master's was in a city that was past Toronto. So a little bit further away from Montreal, further away from Toronto, coming from Montreal. So for those who don't know, the driving distance between Toronto and Montreal is about 6 hours. And that city where I was doing my master's in was about, let's say, like an hour and a half, or like whatever, past Toronto. Let's say an hour past Toronto. So basically, it would take 7 hours to drive from Montreal to Toronto. So what happened is, when I moved there, I needed an apartment. So I took myself an apartment, and I did 1 year of research, 1 year of my master's there. Then I came back to Montreal for the summer, and I was supposed to finish my master's during the summer, but stuff happened and I was not able to finish it. And I needed to go back to that city, which is called Waterloo. I needed to go back to Waterloo for 6 months, about like 4 months, to complete my master's. So basically, I moved from Montreal to Toronto. Then after a year, I moved from Toronto to Montreal for 3 months. Then I moved from Montreal to Toronto again for like initially 4 months, but I stayed there longer. So I stayed there like 8 months, maybe even more. And then after that, I moved to Toronto to a small apartment for 1 year. And then from that small apartment, I moved to a bigger apartment that's one street down, literally, from where I used to live, into an apartment that was bigger. And then this is the apartment that I have right now, and I've been here for 3 years. So basically, like, in the last 6 years of my life, I moved like 5 times. And I was really, really, really fed up. I got really tired, really fed up of moving. And I was kind of like, dude, I'm just going to stay here for like as long as I can and like whatever. But now I've met my incredible fiance. And here I have a bachelor unit. So I know you guys don't see it. And I don't want to show it right now because it's kind of like freaking, there's a lot of stuff happening. But it's a very small apartment. And it's just one big room. You know, like there's no separation, there's no whatever. So if like, you know, like living in this space with someone is very small, and it feels very clumped up and like whatever. So we've decided that it was time for like, and also like, you know, y'all know about the mice problem now. I talked extensively about the mice problem last time. So like, yeah, we decided that it was time to move. So it's been the first time that I moved in 3 years, but I've moved a lot lately, like in my life, let's say in the last 7 years or so. So it kind of feels good. It kind of felt good to be in a place where I knew that I wouldn't have to move. And this place that we're going to is actually so awesome and so amazing and so everything, you know, it's beautiful, it's renovated. The location is incredible. The space is like 2 bedrooms plus you know, whatever. The kitchen is brand new, and I don't know, it really feels like a place, and the location is amazing. I know I mentioned it, but it's a very key point. So it feels like it's the kind of location that, like, basically we will be staying in that location until we have money to be able to like own our own place. Have our own house or a little condo or whatever that might be. So I don't know how long that's gonna take for us to be able to reach that point, but like it feels like it's a place that at least there's a chance that we're gonna stay there for another like 2-3 years or something like that. So it motivates me more to move there, knowing that it's for something that lasts, you know. And it's also even more exciting because the reason why I moved there is also like, you know, it's that, so like eventually my fiance Shalene can move in with me. So it's like we're going in there, and it's like it's our place, you know. It's not just because right now here, like, I got this place, and it's like everything is me, you know. The decoration is me, the theme is me, and like everything is just me. And Shalinka like came in, and she spends time in this apartment, which she really loves, but it's not like hers as much, you know. And now it feels like starting from scratch, like it's a complete blank slate, you know. Like we start from scratch in this new environment that is inherently going to be us. It's our environment, you know. And that's just so amazing and so exciting. I can't tell you how much this is exciting to me. And yeah, I just really can't wait to see that and to experience that with her. And I don't know, it's just so amazing. So yeah, it's just very exciting time, and it makes the whole thing, like, I used to get very, like, I was very what is it, like I just started to hate moving because I moved so much that I was just like, dude, I don't care where, I don't care whatever, I just want to be in a place where, like, I can just stay there for a bit and breathe and not having to move every year or every few months, you know. And this place gave me that, and I like it, and it's part of the reason why I like it, is because it feels like home, right? Like, I've made this place feel like home, and I really love it. But like, this other place is different because it's like, it's not like, yes, there is that length, you know, of like staying there for a long time, whatever, and it means a lot, but it means just way more because, like, it's gonna be our place, and that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited to move there because it's going to be ours. It's gonna be our love nest, our first place together. It's gonna be the first place where we're gonna, like, pay, you know, like, together, like, as a whole. We're gonna gather all the money and, like, you know, put it into this as like a us thing, and like whatever. And I don't know, it just feels like I'm just really excited to be able to share that moment, you know, with, like, having this our first place, you know, like our first place that is ours ever, to the woman of my life. And it's just, I just can't tell you how excited I am about that. And I know it doesn't show right now because I'm fucking dead and my brain is fucking pudding, and it feels like I'm trying to be excited and it just doesn't come out. I just feel like, yeah, guys, I'm really excited about what's going on. You know, I just feel like I'm... But the feelings are real, okay? I might not have the energy to express them properly right now, to show them to you guys, but the feelings are there, okay? Trust me. And got the wedding venue today. We got a wedding venue. I'm so excited. I tried to show excitement. You know, I move my hand around, and the first thing after that I do is yawn because that required literally all of my brain power. And we're starting to have a pretty nice collection of fish here, guys. We like it. That's what we want, chat. We want the lightning eels and the crescent tail skullfish. These are gonna be good for leveling, because I think that with, if I remember correctly, with these kinds of fish, not the crescent and tailfish, well, these two, but just focusing on these two kinds of fish, the bloodfin catfish and the barb gill trout. Just cooking these will be able to get us all the way to 350 or 340 cooking. So it's like, I think, I'm not sure actually, in TBC is the increase to maybe someone can educate me on that, is the increase to the profession in terms of skill, is it to 400? Or is it to more than that? Let me check, actually. I'm really curious. TBC max profession skill. Okay, yep. Okay, 1 second. I'm trying to find information. Okay, so the maximum is 375. So the maximum for professions in TBC is 375. And like with the fishes that I'm fishing right now, I'll be able to basically power level my cooking all the way to 350, which is kind of insane. Uy. So yeah, the more we're able to do this before launch, the more prepared like literally we're gonna be. And also like there's gonna be lots of chance that, you know, like all of this that's happening right now, like doing all these like fishes, whatever, like they might also bring in money, you know, so it's kind of like I guess like investments for the future in a way. Especially when we loot these kinds of fish. Wait, chat. I think at the end of my fishing buff, I'm gonna fish until my fishing buff is done. And after my fishing buff is done, it's gonna be the end of the stream, because yeah. I am I'm falling asleep on the computer, literally. It's okay, you know, we'll have been here. We'll have did our due diligence, showing up on stream, doing what we can. You know, it's not. I know it's not great. No, it's not the most exciting, but hey, we're here. We made it happen, and we advanced. We advanced our fishing. We advanced our stuff, our gathering and stuff. This is cool. This is all like TBC prep. You know, I know it's not the most exciting, crazy content or whatever, but it's still, it's important stuff. It's stuff that's gonna, like, you know, when I'm gonna be out there, you know, like doing my dungeon grind and like whatever, and then after that it's gonna be, oh yeah, we got the whole thing, but our professions aren't like up to par and aren't caught up or something like that. Like, you know, my cooking will, because I always will have all the ingredients. You know, I won't need to go out of my way to farm it or to do whatever. It's just gonna be there and available. And I do think that, you know, like these buffs, these food buffs and all that stuff, like people will absolutely want that. They absolutely will want the food buffs, either for leveling their mains or their alts or for farming or whatever that might be. And, you know, for their first raids to be able to clear the content easier. And, you know, I feel like because a lot of people plan to dungeon level, because a lot of people are going to go in, because a lot of people are going to go in with what is it, like Like they're gonna go all in with the dungeon grind, like whatever. They won't have time to level all these professions, you know, like on the sides or whatever, especially something like cooking. So I think you're gonna have a really big edge if you can have all of the fishes and all the stuff ready. You go into Outlands, you do the cooking stuff to be able to increase to 375, and then you just blitz through the cooking, like, you know, do all of that stuff. And it's like on the auction house, there's only gonna be you know, like you and maybe like 5 other people that are gonna sell everybody their food buffs that people will absolutely want. So I think there's gonna be a huge demand for, I predict that there's gonna be a huge demand for food buffs coming for cooking. And as per usual in most expansions in general, like, people don't level fishing and don't level cooking. So there's going to be only a few people that are going to put all of these things there, and they're going to make a shit ton of money because not everyone wants to level up their fishing and cooking up to that level. And you will be one of the only ones that will be there ready since the beginning to sell your stuff and make money very quickly, and a lot of it like right away, because you'll have come prepared. You know, you'll have arrived in TBC with already TBC fish fished from the pre-batch. And that's really not negligible. And I think it's going to give you an edge to make a good, decent amount of gold very early in the game. All right, chat, this is our last one. We're praying for a lightning eel. Oh, and we got the barb gill trout again. Alrighty, chat. Alrighty, this is the end for me. I'm sorry. I just have not a lot of energy. I hope you guys can understand why. I hope that you know, you're gonna forgive me. But yeah, I apologize in advance for not being able to be there tomorrow. I won't be there tomorrow. I most likely won't be there on Tuesday evening as well. Tomorrow I'm packing boxes all day because on Tuesday I'm moving to a new apartment. So the moving and everything, whatever, I don't know when my setup is going to be ready. I don't know when everything is going to be there, but I hope that everything is going to be in order and ready for me to be able to come live on Wednesday. I can't promise it, but I think it's going to be the case. But at least for sure tomorrow and after that, I won't be able to be on. So I appreciate your understanding in advance. And in the meantime, please take care of yourselves. Make sure you do all the stuff at the pre-patch. If ever there's still a part of you that is, you know, considering leveling fishing from 0 to 300, you do just a blitz of just doing everything that you can in order to make it happen before pre-patch. You've done everything you could. You have nothing to do. And you're just like, might as well level cooking and fishing at the same time to 0 to 300. Make sure to go see my guide online on YouTube at Fugeki22. You can also ask exclamation mark fishing in the chat to have the link to that video. Also, I put a video out there to you know, like, there is a quest that is available next to the dark portal about a tabard that you can take. That is an exclusive item that is exclusively going to be there for the 2 weeks of the pre-patch in World of Warcraft and TBC. So if you want to know about that quest and you want to check it out, and sure, make sure you do it properly. You don't know, you know, where to go and stuff. Go on my YouTube and you're going to find a video there as well. And if you like what you're seeing, if you like my guides, like whatever, make sure to leave a follow, to leave a chat, notification, you know, all of that stuff. You know how it works. So I would really appreciate it. You know, like, what would allow my stream to grow and my YouTube to grow so that I can create more content and get more recognition and eventually be able to monetize all of that stuff, so I'm able to continue sustaining doing that in a particular way. like every single likes, every single view, every single follow, like everything really matters, and it's very, very helpful. Whatever you can throw anything in there, whether it's a comment, a like, a follow, or all of the above, you know, the support is really amazing. So thank you for everyone for all your support already. And yeah, so I will be seeing you guys in about 3 days. In the meantime, take care, be safe out there, and I'm excited to be able to stream and in my new place and share that experience with you. So thank you very much, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.